Good morning, everybody. This is your Camp Dusty Beagle status report on the cats. Today is Sunday, April 10th, 2022. Start with Athens, this big guy. I recently started weighing the animals, and Athens weighs in at 16 pounds. He is the equivalent weight of Quentin, and he is only 1 pound lighter than Barry. One point of fact that I want to make about that is that, yes, I have some cats that are big, but they're not fat. These guys are Maine Coons, and that is a perfectly respectable weight for them. Athens, of course, looks a lot bigger than he is, even though he is 16 pounds, because he's fluff. Only issue I have with him right now is that he's got some hair mats under his chin that he's not really wanting me to get rid of. Barry. Big Bear. Barry is doing really well. He is the biggest boy at 17 pounds, which doesn't surprise me. Barry is very, very solid. So he's doing all right. You may or may not remember that for the longest time I had Barry on antibiotics. I was growing increasingly concerned that those antibiotics were going to cause him to build a resistance, and that eventually I was going to lose him just because the antibiotics would stop working. So I started him on a steroid regimen, which has now allowed me to take him completely off of the antibiotics. That's very, very good news, because now if he does get sick or he needs antibiotics, he won't be resistant to them. And I don't have to fear him getting sick from constantly being on antibiotics. So Bear's doing well. Still has his congestion, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. Excuse me. And I'm very happy that he's not on antibiotics anymore. Elvis. This guy right here. Elvis. Elvis. Hi, Bubba. He's been concerning this week. You may or may not remember, he's the one that has Horner syndrome, which causes a pupil to be unequal on occasion. No really discernible cause. So earlier this week, he developed some congestion where he was not breathing well through his nose. I could hear him when he was eating, and but there was no green drainage. There was no outward sign that there was an infection. So I wasn't sure what was going on. Most importantly, he didn't have any swelling to his forehead, which concerned me and took me right back to Brooke. But that didn't happen, so he's okay there. Anyway, so I started him on a course of Orbax, and after Orbafloxacin, after one dose of Orbax, he turned right around. So I continued the dosage, and now he's back to normal. So obviously it was some sort of infection in his sinuses, and I'm guessing it has something to do with his snaggletooth. So that snaggletooth needs to be pulled. He is on my priority list. Athensbury, Elvis, Finley. Finners. There's Finn. Finny continues to be my alpha male. He is 14 pounds, I think, if I'm remembering that correctly. So he's doing great. I have no issues with Finny whatsoever. Justice is up here. This little girl weighs in at 9 pounds, which impresses me because she's always been very little. Hi, sweetie pie. Weighing her was interesting. I had to catch her first. She wasn't too thrilled about that, but she didn't bite me, so that's what matters. There's my Justice, my pretty little girl. She's approaching her second birthday here on July 4th. So, Justice. Let's just do Kirby because he's right here. Curbs is doing well. He's pretty hell-bent on getting in by Cora and the babies, which obviously I'm not going to allow. I don't think he intends to do them harm. I think he just wants to know what the heck is in there and why Mama keeps shutting the door and not letting him in there. So, that's my Kirby's. Kizzy? Kizzy, Kiz. There's Kizzy. She's doing well. I don't know what that is stuck to her neck. She picked up somebody's hair mat somewhere and she won't let me have it. So, that's not attached to her. It's just stuck to her chin. But anyway, so we'll get that off of there as soon as she allows me to reach her. Kizzy's doing well. She's been very snuggly lately, which has been a little bit strange for her, but I'm happy with that. But she's happy and healthy. Maverick. Let's talk about Mavi for a minute. So Maverick is, if you don't know, approaching 16 years old. He is a very thin boy. In December of 2020, I was told that he is in end-stage liver failure. He was given only a short time to live, and obviously that was a year and a half ago. So yes, he is thin. I got that comment the other day. Somebody said he's a skinny boy. Yes, he is. He currently weighs in at 5 pounds, 5.5 ounces. Now, let me say this. That's actually impressive. Maverick eats like a champ. I mean, this cat, I feed him multiple times a day. He has his own supply of Fancy Feast and usually some Tiki Cat, which he's kind of laid off of for right now. So when we ran out, I haven't replenished his Tiki yet. He waxes and wanes between what he wants, and right now he's kind of off of Tiki. So, but he gets fed in the morning. So first thing when I get up at 6 o'clock, Maverick gets a can of Fancy Feast. On my day off, I feed the cats usually about between 9 and 10 a.m. He gets his portion of the Friskies. Then about mid-afternoon, he wants another can, so he gets another can. And then at night, I feed the cats usually about 6 or 7 p.m., and then he gets another can of Fancy Feast before I go to bed, and he eats it with gusto. So he's eating very well. Now, my issue with Maverick is he has diarrhea. I have been able to get that to be solid, but recently it's just been like pure water. So he is concerning me at this point. I've got him on metronidazole, and I'm going to see if I can get him turned around. But he continues to eat. He still my Mavy. Hi, Joe Mavy. Still has resting bitch face. But I'm actually impressed with 5.5 pounds, because a cat in his medical condition I would expect to be 3 or 4 pounds. So still very happy with him. As far as his quality of life, he still maintains a good quality of life. I'm not going to make any decisions for him until that changes. He will let me know. But he is approaching his 16th birthday in August, and I'm just happy every day that he's still with me. There's his resting bitch face. He's sleepy, and he's fighting it like a little kid. He's so funny. Piper. Down here is Piper. He's sleeping. Piper's got a hair mat on his back, and he will not let me have it. He's not an easy cat to handle, obviously, because of his feline hyperesthesia syndrome. So I'm working on that. I have to handle him when he's at peak medication effectiveness so that it's not painful for him. But other than that, it's just a hair mat. I'm not interested in causing him pain over a hair mat. Quentin. Q. Mr. Q. Quentin's doing really well. He is on the fluticasone inhaler now once a day. That has made a huge difference. I had an issue with Quentin when the first day that the weather really got warm. I couldn't seem to get him through his asthma. Obviously I did, but I doubled his steroid, gave him an extra puff of his Flovent or fluticasone, and then hit him with his rescue inhaler, his albuterol, a couple times before I was able to pull him out of it. Now, since then, we have had warm days, and he's handled them just fine. I do have the ability to open the cat room door. So what you're looking at right there is the dog leashes that are hanging in the hallway. There's chicken wire over that door that allows me to open that door and allow airflow into the cat room. Now, they will be getting their own air conditioner put in. We learned that lesson last year, so hopefully that will forego any issues with Quentin and his asthma. I just keep a really close eye on him. So, yes, Bubba. Yes, Bubba. He's doing really well with his hair mats. Have had diarrhea issues with him lately, so he's, I'm just watching him really close. Yeah, he's a good boy. Now see if I pull my hand away. Yeah, yes, buddy. You're so cute. Okay, pull my hand away. Thank you, yes, buddy. Okay. Last but not least, Baby Sage. Little Muffin. Hi, Muffin. Hey, Muffin. Hey. Hey, hi. She's doing great. She's had some congestion. She does have asthma, which, like I said in my previous video, we don't treat because it's pretty minor. But she's doing well. Purrs very easily. My Sagey Muffins. Hard to believe that Quentin and Sage have been here a year now. Even harder to believe that Brooke has come and gone. But grateful that they're here and doing so well. That's the cats, everybody. I will be doing a separate one for Cora and the babies. And, of course, the dogs, the 2 packs of dogs. We love you, everybody. Have a great day from Camp Dusty Beagle.